tracheostomy. Tracheostomy is an opening made by an incision through the neck into the trachea, that is we call it as windpipe. Tracheostomy opens the airway and aids breathing. And the indications for tracheostomy: if there is any obstruction of the mouth or throat, or any breathing difficulties caused by edema, swelling and injury, or any pulmonary lung conditions, and the airway reconstruction, so that is followed by any tracheal or laryngeal surgery. And even to protect the airway from secretions of food because of swallowing problems, or and airway protection after head or neck surgery. And the patient also on long-term ventilation, so the mechanical ventilator for long time. So what will happen? The patient may develop a laryngeal stridor. So for such occasion, we may be doing the tracheostomy. Here you can see the tracheostomy tube. So the tracheostomy tube, that is the outer cannula, and you can see the neck plate and the cuff balloon. And the typical cuff tracheostomy tube, the tube is held in place and it will be tied around the neck. And the inner tube, you can see the neck plate and the holes for tracheal tube ties. This is the hole in order to tie around the neck, and this is the inner cannula. The tracheostomy tube is a small tube inserted into the trachea, that is the tracheostomy, to keep the stoma opening or clear. And the tubes are available in several sizes, and that is semi-flexible plastic, rigid plastic or metal, and even the tissues, that is plastic we can dispose and metal we can reuse it, and they may have an inner cannula that is either disposable or reusable. And the tracheostomy tube, two types that have. Some tracheostomy tube may have cuff, and some may not be having cuff. And the cuffed tracheostomy tubes are generally used for patients who have swallowing difficulties or who are receiving mechanical ventilation. Cuffed tracheal tubes are used to maintain the patient's airway. And the tube is based, mainly the tube will be selecting the tube based on the condition of the patient, whether there is any post-surgical patient or the patient is on mechanical ventilator or any other issues. And we will select the tube based on the neck shape and size of the patients. And all tracheal tubes have an outer cannula, that's we call it as main shaft, and a neck plate, that is flange. The flange rest on the neck over the stoma. And the holes will be having each side so that we can tie it around the neck to keep it in the place. And the articles needed, so 2 non-sterile gloves, a clear basin, hydrogen peroxide, and 4x4 clean 4x4 fine mesh gauze pads, and normal saline and or distilled water, and clean cotton tipped swabs, and clean pipe cleaners or small brush, clean washcloth, clean towel, and tracheal tube ties, and clean scissors. And procedure: first we have to wash thorough with soap and water and stand in a comfortable position, and wear the gloves. Suction the tracheal tube first, and if the tube has an inner cannula, we have to remove it, and we should hold the inner cannula over the basin and pour the hydrogen peroxide, so whatever the secretions, anything stuck inside, so it will come out, so that the tube will be getting cleaned. And then we have to clean the inner cannula with the pipe cleaners or a small brush, and thoroughly we should rinse the inner cannula with normal saline, tap water or distilled water, and dry inside and outside of the cannula completely with the clean 4x4 fine mesh gauze pad. And the next, what we have to do, reinsert the inner cannula, and we have to lock it in place, so that is clockwise direction, and we have to lock it. And the next, we should remove the soiled gauze dressing that is around the neck, and discard it in the kidney tray, and we should inspect the skin around the stoma, because sometimes if your that the things tied, that the gauze, if it's tied a little tight, that the area may have some redness, or if there is any hardness, tenderness, or any drainage, if there is any foul smell, and all these things, if you are noticing, we have to inform the physician. And the next, we should soak the cotton tipped swabs in a solution of hydrogen peroxide and of water. Then the swab should be, we can use the swab to clean the exposed part of the outer cannula and the skin around the stoma, and wet the washcloth with normal saline or tap water, and with the help of the washcloth we have to wipe away the hydrogen peroxide and clean the skin. And we should dry the outer cannula and skin around the stoma with a clean towel, and the next what we have to do, change the tracheal tube ties, and even we can measure the cut piece of tie long enough to go around the neck twice, so that is easier to insert. So first itself, if you are measuring the size means, it will be easy to tie it out, so that it will not be so tight or so loose. Untie one side, we have to untie it, and the old tie, remove it, then we have to tie it. And do not completely remove the old tie, because what will happen if we are removing completely the old tie and new tie, if you are placing, sometimes there may be a misplacing of the tracheal tube. And holding the tracheal tube in place, and lace the tie through one hole of the neck plate around the back of the neck, then through the outer hole of neck plate, and again around the back of the neck. The next, we should pull the tie snugly and tie a square knot and side the neck, and make sure there is enough space for no more than 2 fingers between the tie of the neck. And the next, remove and discard the old tie. And if you are having a cuff tracheal tube, be careful not to cut because sometimes the cuff tracheal tubes, the cuff will be hanging, so by mistake sometimes we may be cutting. When we are cutting the gas, we will be cutting even the tracheal tube, the cuffed tracheal, that is cuff one. So make sure we should be very careful when we are cutting the gas piece, the tracheal tube, that is the cuff, should not be cut off. Here, this is the hole that the cannula, that is the hole we are having. So here, this is the way we have to tie it out as an ankle. So one side first we have to cut it off and remove it, and we have to bring it around the neck, and the old tie knot should be removed, and we have to replace with a new knot. And the next, place a fine mesh gauze under the tracheostomy tie and the neck plate by folding it or cutting it in a slit. And a big 4x4 gauze, they should not use it because it contains cotton fibers which could clog, because here the patient is only depending on the airways tracheostomy. So anyway, even when we are doing suctioning also, we should not do a vigorous suction, because sometimes we may be in a situation to obstruct the airway since the patient is depending only on the tracheostomy tube. So the next, what you have to do, remove the gloves, wash the hands with the soap and warm water, then wash the basin and small brush with the soap and warm water, and dry them and pull them away. And the next, put the used washcloth and towel in the laundry and wash the hands again with the soap and warm water. And the sample documentation, and in some case what will happen, the patient is on long-term tracheostomy, so that is the metal tube. Some situation we may be discharging the patient with the tracheostomy tube. So such occasion we may not be in a situation to give tracheostomy care, so better we have to insist the patient when at home what are the precautions they have to take, because sometimes if there is any negligence, if they are not taking proper precaution, there may be getting of infection, or sometimes the tube may even get obstructed. And at the time of discharge, always we have to insist the patient should not always when they are combing the hair or shaving, they have to spread a layer of gauze around the tracheostomy tube so that their air follicles will not go inside the tube and obstruct it. And if they are having, if they should not take a head bath, and they should not apply oil over the area. And the speech therapy, mainly we have to insist the patient how they have to speak, take a long breath, and when they are speaking they can close the tube and say 2 or 3 words, and how they have to follow the speech therapy. We have to insist the patient and or advise the patient always they should avoid the cold drinks, cold environment, and always the tube is in the safe and the clean and hygienic. And here the documentation we can write it, tracheostomy care given, and the respiration, what's the respiration rate we have observed, and the type of lung sounds, and whether the patient is able to expectorate the secretions or whether we have done suctioning, and the amount of secretions you have cleansed inside the cannula, what was the color, whether there is any presence of foul smell, or whether you have changed the inner cannula, or whether you have changed the tracheal dressing or the skin around the neck, whether there is any hematoma or redness or swelling or anything, and whether there is any broken skin, everything should be noted and documented clear. Thank you.